Fig scratched his beard, which lay patchy over his green skin.
Betty doesn't like to trouble her brain when her biceps can do the thinking.
Oh, nonsense and nappies, Fig. She knows what she's doing.
The king tried to wave the thought away, but his adviser's words had indeed sent a surge of unease through his chest. Perhaps riding out unaccompanied to vanquish a giant three-headed viper was a stretch too far, even for Betty. He glanced over at his twin daughters, Pam and Pam, who were nibbling on each other's fingernails. He had to admit they did seem a little concerned about the welfare of their dear friend. In fact, now he thought about it, everyone in court looked nervous. Margaret Fluff, the blacksmith, was polishing a dagger so hard she'd nearly worn it down to a spork. The ladies in waiting were tapping their feet like ladies who'd been waiting for blimmin' ages, and one young boy, holding a flag, was trembling so hard he resembled a belly dancer on a bouncy castle. King Nutmeg whispered to Fig,
"Who's that jittering flag boy?"
You mean the second royal flag-bearer, Your Majesty?
"If you say so,"
said the king. Fig took a deep breath.
He's Johnny Logflume, son of the first royal flag-bearer, Donny Logflume, and brother of the third royal flag-bearer, Ronnie Log—
"All right, Fig," said the king. "Just tell him to stop shaking. He's making me tense."
But before the imp had a chance to move, a distinctive sound clattered through the castle wall, a clip-clop-squelch of approaching hooves. King Nutmeg let out a laugh like thunder.
"Ha-ha, there! Hear that, Fig? Told you she was coming back, you big dolly doubter!"
When the first royal guard pulled open the doors, a stunning white stallion was standing in the mud. It was Betty's faithful horse, Simon Anderson. Gorgeous Simon Anderson, with his glittering mane, his eyes of sapphire, his tiger print cycling shorts. The courtiers gasped, not because Simon Anderson was so dreamy, although he was, but because there was a cloaked figure slumped on his saddle, like a rag doll whose stuffing had been pulled out by a crazed toddler.
"Heaven's handkerchiefs!"
cried Lady Mayfly, the most illustrious elder at court.
"Is that Betty?" "Jolly hard to tell,"
replied retired knight and all-round nice guy, Sirloin of Beef. As the mystery figure let out a muffled groan, the king stood up.
"First Royal Guard, what are you waiting for?"
he cried. The first royal guard wanted to tell the king that he was waiting for his birthday because he was hoping to get a new train set. But he quickly realized that wasn't what the king meant at all, and hurried to lead Simon Anderson inside. After he helped the figure down and pulled back the cloak, the room went silent. Indeed, it was Betty Steady, but she looked proper rough.
That blasted viper got me,
Betty murmured, her face pale and smeared with mud. Hunched like a wilted spinach leaf, she steadied her tall frame on Simon Anderson's reins. Blood dripped down her chin and her wet brown curls clung to her cheeks like a gang of tired slugs.
"Betty," cried the king, "are you hurt?"
Betty approached the throne, grimacing with each slow step.
Forgive me, Your Majesty.
She held out a shaking hand to the princesses.
Oh, Pam and Pam, I have failed you, my friends.
As she passed the second royal flag-bearer, she stumbled.
Johnny Logflume?
She looked up and clutched his tunic.
I have disgraced your flag, Johnny Logflume.
Johnny Logflume looked around awkwardly.
She all right?
Betty slid to the floor.
The venom is taking hold. I can see spots. I can see into next pancake day. My goodness,
cried Fig, rushing to her side.
Where did it bite you?
Fig, whispered Betty. Her voice wobbled like an uneven cafe table.
Is that you? Come closer.